Sam Hinton is widely known and loved as a great folk singer, but not as widely known as Sam's history as curator of the old Scripps Aquarium Museum from the mid-1940s through the mid-1960s. Naturalist, diver, artist, author, and folk singer, this is a glimpse of Sam's Scripps years.
I came here as an artist and writer. They hired me for the University of California Division of War Research. And I worked out at Point Loma in the station Scripps had there. And I wrote and illustrated articles about how Scripps related to the war effort and so forth. Our director then was Harold W. Sverdrup, a Norwegian gentleman, and he was very kind and understanding toward me, recommended me for the position, permanent position of curator of the aquarium. In fact, he hired me on. I worked here for about a year before my family came down from Los Angeles. The aquarium then was a shed down at the foot of the pier. It's no longer there. It was very small compared to the present aquarium. I was not only the director of the aquarium, but I was the person to intercept any newsmen that wanted to know anything about the Scripps Institution. I was collecting the material for the aquarium, starfish and shells of various kinds. I started as a helmet diver before aqualungs were invented. Frank Haymaker, who was our instructor. He was a Navy man and very, very pleasant to work with. The helmet looked like part of a hot water tank with glass put in the front of it. It was just set over your head and it rested on your shoulders by its weight. Connie Limbaugh was the one who brought the aqualung to Scripps, and he taught us how to use it. Well, the two ways of getting fish, really, and one way was diving for them. The other way was beach seining. And we used to beach seine, and that involved the whole family. Everybody that was nearby would take a turn helping to haul in the net. I did all the labels in the old aquarium building, too. Each tank had backlighted label frame hanging out over the public.
For many years, Sam also created beautiful, informative artwork published weekly in the San Diego Union newspaper.
This is the very first one. I drew these and did all the lettering and all the information. I had a lot of fun with this. I did it for many years. When they hired me on, they were thinking about building a new aquarium. And they sent me back east to study how aquariums were built. I hope to accomplish more of an understanding among the public of marine life and what it meant to us, and how fortunate we were to live in Southern California. I used to have high school groups come on field trips to the aquarium. Folk music was then, it became the popular music. I had been a folk singer before, after my first 2 years of college in Texas. I went on the road with the Major Bowes unit. They called me a scientist songbird. I sometimes wrote things about the aquarium. I did the Aquarium Museum Holler, which was part of one of my records for Folkways. I called it the Closing Time Holler. It came about because I used to have to sing in the corridors. There were nice acoustics in those corridors around the aquarium.
Oh, the sun's gone down. It's 6 o'clock. The lights are going out and the door's gotta be locked. Oh, it's closing time now. Yes, closing time now. We're locking up the...
Every week we got together in the old community house at Scripps was about where the undersea laboratory is now. Martin Johnson was always there, and Dr. Rexstraw, head of the chemistry department, was always there, and they both knew a lot of songs. They'd both been singers in college. We would all gather and have something to eat or drink, and then we'd settle down and sing. I would play the guitar, and people would take turns singing songs they'd known that were appropriate to the oceanographic scene.
Oh, a fish-like thing appeared among the annelids one day. It hadn't any parapods nor setae to display. It hadn't any eyes nor jaws nor ventral nervous cord, but it had a lot of gill slits and it had a notochord. It's a long way from Amphioxus. It's a long way to us. It's a long way.
I taught them a lot of sea shanties. They didn't know them.
Among those who attended the Scripps Songfest was famed ichthyologist Carl Hubbs.
Yes, he was very good. He was easy to caricature, and I drew him with his face composed of a number of different kinds of fish.
Where did you meet your wife?
At UCLA. She was a music major and I was a zoology major. We met in the a cappella choir. I think living a good life means you have to have a good wife, and you have to keep your interests high. And I had a very good wife too. I've had more fun than anybody. I've never been in a job that kept me from having a lot of fun. My father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light. Slept with a mermaid one fine night. From this union there came three, a porpoise and a porgy, and the other was me. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea.
Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. All for the life of the rolling sea. One night as I was a-trimming the glim, singing a verse from an evening hymn, I heard a voice cry out ahoy, and there was my mother a-sitting on a buoy. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free, all for the life of the roll.